Morning Extra, we told you about breaking the silence, the new initiative that Fox 19 is undertaking with local schools and local organizations. This morning, we want to continue that conversation, and joining us is Jay Phillips from Deer Park City Schools this morning, and Lisa Whiteley from Three Rivers Local School District to talk more about the importance of mental health, particularly in schools. And that's the thing, gosh, when we went back in school back in the 80s, 90s, even early 2000s. You didn't talk about this stuff. And there's a whole initiative, Jay, with this Breaking the Silence, where we want kids not to only talk about it, but to tell other students that it's okay to talk about.
Right. Yeah, we're partnering with the Joe Burrow Foundation, Interact for Health, and Crossroads Church to really put the message out there to kids and to families, to let them know that, this isn't something that you have to suffer through by yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's a stigma there that you don't talk about the issues that you're having. A lot of kids, when I came to Deer Park back in 2013, span of 24 months, we had 6 students in our community who had committed suicide. Oh. And so, we're working hard to work with kids to get that message out. And they're going to put together a contest.
Right, a PSA.
A PSA. And
this is going to be through, how many different districts working with
as
this?
many districts in your viewing area as possible in the tri-state. And, the kids are going to be able to submit their own, groups of kids,
right.
Individual kids can submit their PSA.
And they're going to write this, produce it.
They're going to do everything themselves.
Yeah.
Correct. And the winners, I think the really cool thing is that the winners, there's going to be 3 finalists.
Right.
They each get signed Joe Burrow footballs. But the winner is actually going to have their PSA aired during the Super Bowl this coming up year.
Well, here on Fox 19, of course, so the 3 finalists, they will air periodically, and then viewers are going to be able to vote.
Yeah. Correct.
That's really cool. That's really something else. And we're going to have more information as we get closer where to submit the PSAs and work with schools. Now, with Three Rivers, you guys have, like many schools, have taken on this initiative as well.
Yes, we have. We focus a lot on mental health. It's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Jay and I have been through a lot with personal stuff, and we both take mental health very seriously in the school. We partner with Best Point and have them, and we just want kids to know that's not the solution, and we want to be a part of the actual solution.
Well, I think it's important. You mentioned you both, we've all of you looked, but I think kids sometimes go, oh, our teachers, our administrators and whatnot, you guys are perfect, right? Yeah, I mean, you go home, everything's great. Right. No, we all have personal, connections, and putting a face on that for these kids is relatable for them.
Absolutely.
And at Three Rivers, we did a survey, making sure that in the survey, every student acknowledges that they have one adult or student that they can talk to. And if they don't, that's a problem. And we need to, fix it and make sure that they have somebody that they can trust and go to.
Do you think in some ways, too, this reduces bullying a bit there, where you talk more about it now, and then it's not a stigma, or it's not, you're realizing that, hey, other people are going through this, too. And before somebody would bully somebody, maybe they're double thinking now and saying, wait a second.
Yeah, Deer Park, I know Three Rivers, a lot of schools in the tri-state area over the last several years have implemented what we call Hope Squads, where students pick other students as their peers as Hope Squad members. Yeah. And so these are people that the kids feel comfortable talking to. They put out messages all the time to their peers, the other students in the schools, that it's okay, and that if you're having a hard time, we're here for you, come talk to us. And they're actually trained to seek out kids that may be showing signs of, isolation or things like that. So yeah, I think it absolutely does. It helps kids understand that, kids are going through different things, and they're not the only ones.
Breaking the silence, again, it's going to be narrowed down to 3 PSAs airing here on Fox 19 now. You're going to be able to choose at home and vote, and hopefully get the kids interacting with their schools and voting as well. Do we have a kickoff time for this set yet?
Well, we're actually working to get the message out to all of our schools and superintendents here this fall, and it'll kick off very quickly, beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September, because the Super Bowl will be here before we know it.
Oh, that's right.
We got to get rolling on this.
And
thing.
The Bengals will be there too.
That's the goal.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
Very good. Anybody ever tell you look like me?
All the time.
All the time. He was joking. He was joking with me when he sat down there. You're probably much better at your job than I am.
I don't know.
It might rain. It might not.
That's right.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. 16 after 9. Back after this.